I can't wait the next fight, the rematch, hopefully. If he
He's gonna like it. He's gonna get it from a real man. Damn woman beaters. We're gonna beat that woman beater down.
Damn women beaters. Anyway, Andres Sanchez has just donated $5 through Super Chat. Must have learned it from his dad. You are real, bro, that's why I like you. Unlike Ego and Dante, unamused face.
And then open it up to the floor. You put Deontay Wilder down for only the second time in his professional career.
How many times did I put him down?
Well, you put him down twice, but he was down once in 2010. The first time coming in round 3. What was going through your mind at that point?
I was pretty pissed because I predicted round 2.
You sure did, and I held you to that.
Yeah. I'll take round 3. It was all right.
I take all the money because I predicted round 7.
He did. Go back and watch on Top Breaks YouTube. He must know something about boxing, but you stuck tried and true to the game plan, and that was to jump on him from the very start, and that's exactly what you did.
I said, we didn't mind revealing the game plan. No, we had nothing to hide.
Right.
I said what I was going to do, run across the ring to him, put him on the back foot, and unload big shots on him. And I know at 6'9" and 270 pounds, if I hit anybody and knock him spark out. I've never been the type of boxer to sit down on my punches and let fly. I've always been a slick master boxer. Jab, move, get out of the way of everything. When I made the decision to move from Ben Davison, who'd done a fantastic job, by the way, I'd done it for a reason. And everybody was like, this is a bad move.
How
really
dare
bad move.
you?
But, it worked out for the best. And I believed in Sugar Hill. I believed in the style that he teaches. And I knew that we'd get it right on the night. We did everything that I did in the ring tonight. We practiced in the gym, setting up off the jab and landing the detonation right.
Also, be sure to like the video, please, and thank you. Not doing this for my health. And also follow me on Twitter at TstreeT for life. You'll see it popping up at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, and just some kind of stats to back that up. In the first fight with Deontay, you landed 38 total power punches. In this fight, just through 7th round, you landed 58 of your power shots. So that is exactly what the game plan was that you worked on with Sugar Hill. We're going to open it up. Do you want to make an opening comment?
I've temporarily disabled the subscriber alert. Super Chat is still cool. Thank you.
From Tyson, it's the best performance I've ever seen from a British fighter. In my time in boxing, it's the most exciting win. And when you
He's gonna like it. He's gonna get it from a real man.
Damn, I thought I did. Hold on, I did something wrong.
We're gonna beat that woman beater down.
Box office draw, #1 boxer on the planet now. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Now, while there's kudos for Tyson Fury, we also have a lot of kudos for the great Kronk Jim that produced Sugar Hill Stewart, the nephew of the great Emmanuel Stewart.
I just wanted to give, Jay, you were asked a question earlier you didn't get a chance to answer. I don't know if you remember what it was. But basically, the decision to throw in the towel that was made in the corner, was that something that was discussed? Did Mark just
put Jay right on the spot.
I wanted to know about that decision to end the fight. And I'll let you guys go.
Mark threw the towel. I didn't think he should have. Deontay's the kind of guy that's a go out on his shield kind of guy, and he would tell you straight up, don't throw the towel in. In fact, in the dressing room when Tyson was getting his hands wrapped in one of the earlier fights, which they show on the screen in the locker room, they had a guy that got stopped. We were like, stop the fight, stop the fight. And right when the ref stopped the fight, the towel came in, and Tyson looked at his people and said, never, like that. And I said, yeah, that's the same kind of guy Deontay is. He does not want that. And then you've always got to consider also that Deontay is a fearsome puncher. So that's always a difficult thing because, he does always have that shot to land a big shot and turn things around. So that's what happened there. But Deontay is doing well, and he's he'll be back. He'll be all the better for it. But congratulations, absolutely, to Tyson and to his team.
To this day. To this day.
Ken NYG donated $1 to TstreeT. Till this day. Till this day. Bomb Squad. Oh yes. Till this day. Till this day. Anybody saw Freddy? Hashtag Bumcity.
Class act all the way around, and we're thrilled to be part of the show with him.
Shelly, while you have you up here, Jay, will you give him your microphone real quick if you have anything you'd like to say, or if there's any questions up, we're going to get their questions and then let them go. But if there's anything you'd like to say, obviously Deontay Wilder has 30 days to decide if he wants to take the rematch with.
He's not looking good.
Going in, and contrary to what Fury said last fight and continues, I think he knows I have a lot of respect for his ability, always did. And Deontay will take the time, but you will see these guys in the ring again. Everyone was saying a rematch. This is it. The winner of that will then decide how it goes, right?
Do we have any questions for these two
I'm
men?
going to roll me a joint.
Back there?
Straight back. I have a question for Tyson.
We're going to open it up to
Okay.
people. I just want to let Shelly and Jay go. If anybody has a specific question for them too, so they can go take care of their
shit,
fighter.
Dan got a suit on
Well,
and
I'll
not
ask,
a
I'll
fleece?
ask Jay one question then.
Go ahead, Dan.
Jay, I know it's right after the fight. Did Deontay say anything to you or to Shelly in the dressing room afterwards that he would want to pick up that immediate rematch? Or are you going to give him some time to think about it?
I didn't discuss it now, but I have told him many times I don't expect to die, but I've had insurance for 50 years. You have the rematch for a reason, no matter what.
Anyone else right here?
Jay, what is the extent of Deontay's injuries, if any?
He had a small cut inside the ear, may have affected his equilibrium, and so he's just going to get a couple of stitches there. That's really the extent of it.
Yeah, I've been using a lot of CBD lately,
with a tough, grueling fighter.
Vapes,
And,
candies,
so
hemp, grass.
Coming from 2 fights in a row, November, February, which he loves to be active. But this
Like
this
the
will give
video,
him some
please.
time
What are you guys doing?
to,
Just click the
to
button.
Enjoy things, enjoy his
It's not
family,
that hard.
And
Thank you.
And rest up a little bit. So I think that's what'll be the next step.
Deontay Wilder's in the
all way
hospital.
back. Can you
Likely
just
a brain scan and all
clarify
that. Broken jaw,
what was
possibly.
going on in the corner before the towel was thrown? Does Mark have the authority to throw the towel in like that? I mean, were you talking back and forth? Just that whole 1 minute long process. What was going on there?
Well, I'm the head coach of the team, but we do things a little bit differently. 99% of the time, the head coach of the team is also
Okay,
the guy
I see y'all liking the video. See, thank
Ours
you.
is a
It's
little
not
bit
that
more like a
hard.
football
That's what's up.
team, American
I love you,
football,
man.
Where the head coach doesn't necessarily call the plays. You have an offensive and defensive coordinator. So ours is a little bit like that. So what happened between rounds was Mark said something about possibly during the round, Mark said something about throwing the towel in, and I told him, don't do that. I didn't think he should do that. And then the fight went a little bit longer, and then I saw the towel go in. So I haven't talked to Mark about it, but we'll talk about it and figure out what exactly happened there.
Jay, just what you were talking about with Deontay wanting to go out on his shield, that would lead us to believe that he will want this fight again. Whether it happens sooner or later. What is your exact opinion on his willingness to get back in there against Tyson?
Yeah, I think absolutely. My guess is, knowing him like I do, that he will absolutely want to rematch. And these guys have put on 2 tremendous fights already. So I certainly think that the public, will want it, and I think we'll want it, and I think they'll want it, and so it seems a natural. So I think that's what you'll see happen.
One more for Jay or Shelly, and then we're going to let them go. One more? Any? Go.
Hi, this question is for Tyson. Ryan O'Hara with FightNights.com. I want you to go into some details about referee Kenny Bayless. Do you feel like that he got involved in the action too much?
Where am I talking to? Thank you, guys. All the best.
Okay.
God bless.
Thank you,
Good
guys.
fight.
Thank you.
Where is this question at?
That dude,
Thank
Ryan
you.
O'Hare, some young kid, he's
Wow,
a
hands
snake.
up.
I saw him at a fight a couple of, I think it was last
way back
month.
here.
Dude,
I'm
a
in
snake.
the media section.
Long story.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
Tyson,
yeah.
my question, Ryan O'Hare with FightNights.com. My question is, do you believe that
Him
the
right
referee,
there,
Kenny
Snake.
Bayless, was getting
He's
involved
a kid,
too much?
though, so I let him- I
what are your
gave him a
thoughts on
pass.
that? It felt like that he was getting in between you guys too much.
Listen, the man's got a job to do. He did a good job. He took control of the fight, and he did what he had to do. I've got no problems with what he did, and it was what it was. It was a grueling fight while it lasted. and he was trying to clean it up in there. He hit me after the bell. Not after the bell, like after we said break, we hit each other. I got a point taken off, but it wasn't going to alter the fight. I think he did a fair job, to be fair.
Sir. Straight back, Tyson. Straight back. Congratulations on the win. What I wanted to know from you is when you started to talk to all of us about your strategy that you were going to go right at it.
I still can't believe Big Dan wearing a suit jacket, not the fleece.
Was that something that you were thinking about right after the first fight? Was that something that you sort of came to the rationale about during the build-up? Was it something that you spoke to Sugar Hill about? How did that come about that would be your strategy?
You know, everybody knows I'm a master slick boxer and I can jab and move around the ring for 12 rounds. But that didn't work last time.
Because Dan is ESPN, and this is an ESPN platform.
Because all I do is win, win, win. And this time I wanted the knockout, and I think the only way I could guarantee that I was going to get a win was the knockout. So when me and Sugar Hill spoke, he told me that I would knock him out, and I believed in what he said. And also Andy Lee here, he told me that we'd knock him out as well. And we worked to a game plan in the gym, and yeah, we put it into practice in the ring.
And one other question then, what you made your adjustment, obviously a much dramatic adjustment from the first fight. While you were in the ring, did you think or notice that Deontay had made any kind of adjustments in his game plan, or was he fighting essentially the same way that he fought you back 14 months ago?
I felt like Deontay's jab had improved, and he did take his time.
Only weirdo dudes like you do some shit like that. I don't know Dan personally, but I worked with him a couple of times, several times actually. I've even eaten with the man.
That he was
and
using.
He eats a lot.
And credit to his team for applying that in this fight, because when you've got two giant guys, I think the jab is very important. It sets everything up. So yeah, I thought he was definitely an improved fighter to what I thought before, and he was heavier. I wasn't able to bully him around as I did last time and close, because he was a lot heavier than he ever was. So yeah, I did see improvements in his game, but tonight was my night, and I was never going to let anybody take it from me.
Gareth?
Russell?
Hi. Spartan. You said, you kind of say, as Bob said, we laid out the game plan.
My man Gareth.
You said to me...
You think he a bigot? No, let me stop. I don't think he a bigot.
You wanted this to be the most complete performance of your career. Do you think it was tonight?
You know, I'm my own worst critic. And even though it was a fantastic performance and I got a great win, I know I can do better. And I've only just started, me and Sugar Hill, with this style. We've had 7 weeks to perfect a style that takes years at the Cronk gym in and out. But I'm a quick learner, and I aim to get back to work straight away, work on my balance, work on my straight.
My bad, let me shut up.
And we're going to be putting people to sleep, left, right and centre. Don't forget, when I came here, they said I can't punch. Deontay Wilder said himself that I've got 2 pillow fists. But, you know, not bad for an old fat guy who can't punch, eh? Done all right, didn't I?
And finally, Deontay might need a bit of time to recover from this. Is there any prospect that you could fight Anthony Joshua next and then Wilder afterwards?
You know, the spoils of war has just happened. I need to enjoy this victory. Deontay will need time to recover from the fight. But I'm almost sure that he'll take a rematch, because he's dynamite puncher. And at any time he can take somebody out, and with that danger, then you're always in a fight. So I'm pretty sure we'll do it again. We're running back again if he wants to. But if he doesn't want to, then these are me promoters, and you know, whatever they want to do, I'm happy with. Whoever's next will get the same treatment. That's for sure. Thank you.
Next question.
There he is. He's next. Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
He's the man.
Yeah, he was actually here to call you out. I know you didn't know
Don't
that.
call me out. There he is. There he is. I want to see that performance over Loma next. Good man. Is there no one else?
In the back. Anyone? Hold on.
Because I've got to go party.
Hang on, Gypsy King.
Couple more.
Tyson, congratulations on the victory. So where are you going to party? What's the deal?
Tyson Fury's official after party is Hakkasan. Be there or be square. We're taking over, Gypsy King style.
Coppinger, is that your question? We got one more question.
Should people recognize you now as the biggest puncher in the heavyweight division, Tyson?
Nah, I'm an old feather duster who can't break an egg.
Pillow fist is not the biggest, heaviest puncher.
Exactly. Old pillow fist here. Can't crack an egg. The feather duster. But, you know, 6'9", 21 knockouts in 30 fights. Ain't so bad considering I've never really looked for knockouts in my career. I always look to use my boxing skill. But with this weight alone and technique, right, Shug? Right. We can knock out anybody, can't we? When I jumped on the scales yesterday at 272 pounds, everyone thought he's not come for a fight. He ain't come. He's underestimated Wilder. He's turned up for a payday. But tonight when I was in there, I felt like a beast, and this is me weight for sure.
A round of applause for the new heavyweight champion. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for helping make this a great, great event.
Thanks, Bob.
Well, that was kind of underwhelming. Don't worry, I got some more clips for you, though. I wonder what BT Sport is doing. Let's go check in on them. See what they're doing over on their side. You know what? I got to be honest with you. It is kind of shocking. Like, Deontay Wilder lost, and he didn't just lose. He got, like, his shit pushed in. Like, he got really, really beat up. Wilder is in the hospital, getting all kind of scans. After all, his ear was bleeding. You know? Oh, no, Billy C. Oh, no, you don't, Billy C. Oh, no, you don't. So Wilder's in the hospital getting his shit checked out. So what I'm doing right now is we are going to watch some more clips from the night. You know what? Let's listen to Teddy Atlas. We didn't get this. So basically, I DVR'd everything. I have everything. I have fucking Sports Center. I have both post-fight shows from Fox and ESPN. We have the post-fight press conference. We have highlights galore. So, and the thing is, we've only been live for 40 minutes. And the first 15 minutes I have to edit out. So we got so much time. We're going to open up the phone lines after we watch some more clips, and we're going to go from there. So let's hear what Teddy Atlas has to say, because I want to hear what he had to say. Let's see. Let's see. Listen in. Please subscribe. We're going to be right back. We're going to go right here. There we go.
I don't think we thought it would end like this quickly.
Yeah, any other night, that story with the goalie would be the biggest story in sports. But instead, it's Fury over Wilder in fight 2. The legendary trainer, Teddy Atlas, is here. We were watching it round by round scoring. He gave round 2 to Wilder, and from there on out, it was all Fury. What happened?
Well, first of all, full disclosure.
Full disclosure.
I picked Wilder to win. Figured the eraser would take care of a lot of sins. Tonight it didn't. Also, full disclosure, I've been saying from the beginning of his career that Wilder, and with a lot of attacking, when I say it, especially from Wilder's people, that Wilder can't fight. Can't fight. Never learned how to fight. But punches are not made. They are born. And he was born with that great eraser, with that thunderbolt in the right hand. But tonight, it wasn't there to pull him out of the fire. It wasn't there to say. Tonight, he got exposed because he doesn't know how to fight, because his technique is so good. And all credit to Fury. And I was talking about it, that instead of being a Ferrari, he decided to be a Jeep. Yeah. Jeeps can be good. Jeeps can go up terrain. Jeeps can, you know, go up hills. Jeeps can crash into things. Jeeps can knock.
You know what? And I agree with that. Wilder is not fundamentally sound. He said it himself. You know, he says that he's awkward. He says that, you know, obviously he's not fundamentally sound, or as he say, what does he say? Fundamentally, or some shit like that. You know, he likes to make up words. But one thing you can rely on is that if he touches you, you know, maybe twice now, we've seen he touched Tyson Fury that once in the second round, he didn't go down. But when it comes to a boxer, especially somebody with a high ring IQ like Tyson Fury, you know, Wilder can't, he doesn't have it. You know, even when it was on the inside, Tyson Fury would just throw an uppercut in there. Like it was so many different ways that Tyson Fury can beat Deontay Wilder as long as he don't get knocked out. And if you go back, now is the perfect time to say, now that we've seen what has happened in the rematch, if you go back and watch the first fight, you can see the mistakes that Tyson Fury made. First of all, anybody who tells me to shut up during my show, you get put on timeout. It's 300 seconds. If you want to go watch this shit yourself, go fucking get ESPN and watch this shit your fucking self, all right? This is not your fucking regular boxing show. This is my show, and I cuss and you know, shit. And also, in order for me to be showing this fucking shit, I gotta talk over it every now and then and provide commentary, or it wouldn't be fair use. You motherfuckers think y'all know so much shit, don't you? Y'all think y'all know a lot, but you don't. All this is by design. I ain't build all this nerd shit for nothing. Anyway, I'm getting untethered. It's late.
Things down. And my point was that he was going to have a kamikaze attitude. And he did. It was to just not care. Sometimes maybe it's good not to care. Maybe it's good not to care. To just go in there and go after it. And that's what Fury did tonight. He didn't try to box. He didn't use his greatest assets, his legs, his elusive ability. He used his size, his determination, and he took advantage of a guy who was there to be taken advantage. A guy whose technique was there to fail him on any given night. And his power was there.
JC is into dark-ass freak shit like this, donating $10, surely a degenerate. Disgusting. Another PBC hyper job exposed.
Damn, both of y'all?
Kevin Leroy's into dark-ass freak shit like this, donating $2, surely a degenerate. Disgusting. TstreeT, victory hand.
What's up, Kev? All right, back to, thanks for the super chat, guys.
They're to save him on any given night. Tonight, his technique failed him, and his power, oh, it never got a chance to save him.
Hold up, I missed that part. Rewind back like 30 seconds.
He used his size, his determination, and he took advantage of a guy who was there to be taken advantage. A guy whose technique was there to fail him on any given night, and his power was there to save him on any given night. Tonight, his technique failed him, and his power, oh, it never got a chance to save him.
It seemed like Fury, once he knocked him down that first time, he wasn't letting up at that point. He knew he could smell that blood, or he was lick the blood. At one point, he was doing that. But it looked like he knew he had him. Would you agree?
Yeah, he did. I mean, a fighter knows what's going on in that ring. A fighter can feel the guy, even in a clinch. You could feel his strength. You could feel his submission. You can feel the little secrets. There's secrets going on in there. You know, if the guy's giving a little bit, if he's not pushing back. Fury felt that. He felt it, and it gave him confidence. It gave him steam to go forward. He understood what was going on, and he followed what he understood the right way to victory.
Historically, and this is where we love having Teddy on, I mean, he's been affiliated with so many of the greats. They said if Fury were to win this fight, he'd become one of the greatest British boxers of all time, right there with Lennox Lewis, who was actually ringside with Joe Tessitore and Andre Ward calling the fight. In history, I know it's just one fight, but for the hype for this fight, part 2, with possibly part 3 coming, where does Tyson Fury fall within the great British boxers we've seen?
I mean, you've really you got to give him a little bit more time. I mean, this was a great upset, and it was on a great stage. I mean, the promotion for this fight was unheard of. I mean, it was Super Bowl ads. I mean, so everybody was watching this fight, so it's going to get all the attention, and the attention that it deserved and that Fury deserved. But at the end of the day, you know, you still got to give him a little bit more of a resume. Let him go a little longer. But right now, hey, he's in a throne, baby. He picked the right set to come out in. Yeah. Sitting on that throne. He's the king, baby. He's on the throne, baby. But don't forget, there's a guy over in London.
Yeah?
His name is John.
Cat piss. Killing cats in the basement, brother.
Has just donated $1. It smells of cat urine somewhere. Is it you? I bet it is. You can't let a man lick you and beat you up.
He did licking. Tyson Fury, if you don't know, where did I put the clip? I got the clip. We got a whole bunch of highlights we're going to get to. We just wrap it. Basically, it seems like we've been live for a long time, but we haven't. We've only been live for about 47 minutes, and we still haven't opened up the phone lines yet, and we still haven't got to the post-fight highlights. So, you know, I expected for the post-fight press conference to be longer, but Deontay Wilder didn't show up because They took him to the hospital as a precaution. You know, busted eardrum. You know, since the fight was a stoppage, you know, he was shaky on his feet. He likely getting a brain scan, all that type of shit. You know, we're gonna after this clip right here, we still gotta watch this stuff right here, and basically we gotta go through the rankings and talk about the rematch, which will happen likely in the summer, late summer. But will Deontay Wilder accept it? So basically the way things are structured is that now Deontay Wilder has 30 days to decide if he's going to take 40%, if he's going to take the B side, and if he's going to take the rematch. So already the politics of
to this day, to this day.
Count Drago donated $2 to TstreeT. Till this day. Till this day. Bomb Squad. Oh yes. Till this day. Till this day. You called it when so many haters doubted you.
Thanks, Count Drago. I don't look at it like that. I've never been in life. I've never been known as a I told you so type of person. That's a bad character flaw to me. You know, that's a bad character trait. So, you know, when it comes to boxing, we can never really be 100% right, you know, because any punch can come out of nowhere. You see what I'm saying? A punch can come out of nowhere. But one thing for sure is I thought it was common knowledge that Tyson Fury was the overall better fighter and better boxer, and that it was up to him to make the adjustments to win. Now, one thing for sure is that that's keep coming up in the chat, and I am shocked. It's shocking. It is shocking, and it's compelling, and it is newsworthy that the LWBC, this group on YouTube, they are quiet right now. Instead of covering the fight like they would normally do, they would be up all night talking, running their mouth. It was Deontay Wilder winning. But this is where I say, you know, you still should be covering it right now. You still should be covering it right now. Like, and it's not even that late in the night. The post-fight press conference just ended like fucking 20 minutes ago. Where are these guys? Covering the sport of boxing and not just a fighter. Like, that shit don't make sense to me. And don't get me started on the money he declined from the zone. Now, don't get me wrong. Deontay Wilder has cleared at least $28 million guaranteed tonight. At least $28 million. Now, if the pay-per-view hits a certain number, then he's going to get more. We don't know what that certain number is. Here's an example. When Floyd Mayweather fought during his last contract, the fight that ended with Andre Berto, the contract that ended with Andre Berto, he was guaranteed, what was it, 30 or 32 million a fight, right? It was like 260 for like 5 years or some shit, or 3 years. I forgot exactly what it was. But basically, if the pay-per-view didn't hit something like 1 million buys,
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Hawk AM has just donated $2. I'll never forget how he ate poor Evander's ear. Shame. Why did Wilder look shook from the get-go?
I don't know. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. But what I was saying is, God damn it, made me forget my damn thought. Oh, so when Floyd Mayweather fought, you know, if the pay-per-view got over 1 million buys, then he would get extra back-end money. If it didn't get over 1 million buys or whatever the number was, he didn't get back-end money. This is promised to fighters who go on pay-per-view. Well, listen, this is your chance to sell yourself, go out there and everything. And right now, with the push that Fox and ESPN, they went hard with this shit. Hard. You know how big this is for ESPN and Fox to come together for this fight? Like, it's crazy. To me, this had more of a promotional push than Mayweather versus Pacquiao. Obviously, Mayweather versus Pacquiao did something like, what was it, 4.6 million pay-per-view buys. He didn't really need it. But still, this is amazing within itself. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. But will Wilder take the rematch? I think that the pressure he has to take the rematch is because PBC, his organization, their next top heavyweight is who? Adam Kownacki. You have Charles Martin, who just won a mandatory. You got Andy Ruiz. We don't know what the fuck he's doing. I would say PBC's second top heavyweight, is Andy Ruiz, Adam Kownacki, Luis Ortiz, Charles Martin. And that's their top 5, right? You know, you got guys like F.A. Jagba on the fringe. While you see in promoters like Top Rank and Eddie Hearn signing up all these heavyweights. So imagine if Deontay Wilder don't take the rematch, he goes way to the back of the line. No telling when he'll ever get a title shot. Because now you got a guy like Dylan White who's ahead of him. Now, mind you, Wilder and Fury shouldn't be allowed to fight a third time, you know, anyway, because the WBC, how did you allow that? But that's a whole different set of politics right there. That's a whole different set of politics. Now, I know I probably just hit you with a whole bunch of boxing mumbo-jumbo, but trust me, to the initiated, I'm sure all that shit makes sense.